India, a land of bright colors, exciting stories, and many different cultures. In the south of this amazing country, among rolling hills and green plants, was the kingdom of Mysore. For hundreds of years, the Mysore kings, known for their bravery, smarts, and love of art and culture, ruled this land. They left a big mark on Indian history. Their story still inspires us today. Mysore wasn't just a kingdom, it was a place of learning, a center for trade, and a mix of different cultures. The kings of Mysore loved art, books, music, and dance. They invited smart people, artists, and craftspeople from everywhere to their court, making a lively mix of cultures. The kingdom was at its best under Hyder Ali and his son, Tipu Sultan. They were smart leaders and brave fighters who made the kingdom bigger and protected it from enemies. Hyder Ali, a genius with the military, made the Mysore army modern with new weapons and ways of fighting. Tipu Sultan, known as the Tiger of Mysore, was ahead of his time. He loved science and technology and was one of the first to use rockets in war. He was a good ruler and made many changes to help his people. His fights against the British East India Company are famous. They showed his bravery, military skills, and strong will to protect his kingdom. Life in Mysore was lively and colourful, full of traditions. Let's go back in time and see what a day was like for a gentleman from Mysore. As the sun comes up, he wakes and prays, something very important in their culture. After a bath, he puts on traditional clothes. This often means a long cloth called a panche and a silk cloth called an angavastram. Food is a big deal. Rice is the main part, with different lentil dishes, vegetables and chutneys. Meat like lamb and chicken is for special days. The day is for work or studying. Evenings are for relaxing, with family and friends telling stories, listening to music, or watching traditional dances. Men in Mysore had many jobs, all helping the kingdom. Farming was the most important. Farmers who loved the land grew things like rice, sugarcane, and spices, making sure everyone had food. Skilled craftspeople made beautiful and useful things. Weavers made amazing silk and cotton cloth with special designs. Sculptors and builders, inspired by the land's art, made beautiful temples, palaces, and other buildings. Soldiers, brave and loyal, protected the kingdom and its people. The Mysore army was known for its discipline, training, and new weapons. Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, both great military leaders, knew they needed a strong army. They made many changes, modernizing their soldiers and using new technology. One of Tipu Sultan's most famous innovations was using rockets in war. These rockets, simple compared to today, were very powerful back then. They scared the enemy and were important in many battles. The Mysore army was also one of the first in India to have special artillery soldiers. Using cannons and other big guns helped them win battles. Architectural wonders, palaces and forts. The beautiful buildings of the Mysore kings show their greatness and ideas. The Mysore Palace, a shining building with many different styles, is a symbol of the kingdom's rich past. Its detailed carvings, bright colors, and big courtyards amaze visitors. Around the kingdom are many forts, each with stories of battles. These forts, built on hills and surrounded by water, were strong defenses. Town planning, a legacy of order and beauty. The Mysore kings didn't just build big buildings, they also planned their cities well. They knew good cities were important for trade, government, and happy people. Mysore city, with its wide streets, gardens, and good water systems, shows their smart planning. The kings cared about details, making the city beautiful and useful. They built temples, markets, and public buildings for everyone. Enduring influence, art, culture, and tradition. The Mysore kings did more than just buildings and cities. They loved art, music, and dance. And these things became very popular during their rule. The Mysore style of painting, known for its beauty and details, is still loved today. Carnatic music, a classical music from South India, grew because of their support. The Mysore kings gave a lot to Indian culture. Their legacy still makes our lives richer, reminding us of a great past and inspiring us to keep our heritage. The Mysore kings, an enduring legacy. The Mysore kings, with their bravery, wisdom, and love of art and culture, created a kingdom that was famous and respected everywhere. Their story isn't just in history books. It's still alive in the hearts of the people of Mysore and in the amazing buildings and traditions they left behind. When we see the beautiful buildings, enjoy the culture, or walk the streets of Mysore, we remember their legacy. Their story teaches us about good leadership, the power of working together, and the importance of culture. They remind us that a great kingdom isn't just about size or money, but about happy people and making the world a better place.